Are you struggling to find enough time in your day to do the things that truly matter? Do you often feel overwhelmed by the constant demands on your schedule, leaving little room for personal growth and fulfillment? Lucius Annaeus Seneca, a renowned Roman statesman and Stoic philosopher, understood the profound impact of time on our lives. In his moral essay, On the Shortness of Life, Seneca offers us an urgent reminder about the non-renewable nature of our most precious resource, our time. He believed that if we are to live well, we must become constant students of the greatest subject of all, life itself. In this video, we will explore 10 of Seneca's most important insights for managing your time effectively, helping you reclaim your day and live a more meaningful life. Let's dive into the wisdom of Seneca and discover how we can make every moment count. Before we begin, I kindly ask you to like the video to support spreading Stoic philosophy. If you're not subscribed yet, consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. 1. Don't waste your most precious resource. Seneca says, "People are frugal in guarding their personal property, but as soon as it comes to squandering time, they are most wasteful of the one thing in which it is right to be stingy." Seneca warns us that we often fail to treat time as the precious resource it is. Imagine seeing someone tossing away their money on the street. You'd think they were crazy. Yet, we frequently see others, and ourselves, wasting something far more valuable, our time. Unlike money, which we can earn more of once time is spent, it's gone forever. It's more foolish to waste time than money because time is irreplaceable. To understand the true value of time, ask a student who failed a grade about the value of a year. Ask a mother who gave birth to a premature baby about the value of a month. Ask the editor of a weekly newspaper about the value of a week. Ask someone who just missed a train about the value of an hour. Ask a person who narrowly avoided an accident about the value of a second. Ask the athlete who won the silver medal at the Olympics about the value of a millisecond. While the amount of time we have is uncertain, what is certain is that it's limited. Money and property can fluctuate, but our time is fixed. Death sneaks up on those who waste time, treating it as if it were cheap. When used wisely, time can greatly enhance our lives. When squandered, it becomes a source of enduring regret. 2. Live your life. Seneca says, "So you must not think a man has lived long because he has white hair and wrinkles. He has not lived long, just existed long." We all have dreams, whether it's a perfect job, a beautiful home, a loving relationship, or an amazing vacation. Yet many of us never come close to achieving these dreams because we get stuck in jobs we dislike just to pay the bills, or stay in relationships that don't fulfill us to avoid being alone. We find ourselves being constantly pushed and pulled by external demands and distractions. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to feel overwhelmed and lose sight of our true desires. We often deceive ourselves by saying we don't have enough time to pursue new interests. However, being busy is a choice, and being busy with things we don't enjoy is the greatest distraction from truly living. We end up going through the motions, fulfilling obligations without being truly present or engaged, confusing mere activity with a meaningful existence. The best way to spend your time is by investing in creating a life you love. If you're unsure what you love or what you want, start by asking yourself, if I had more time, what would I want to do? If I could change something about my life right now, what would it be? You might discover that you want to change your job, get in shape, or take up a new hobby. Begin by waking up an hour earlier and using that time to do what you love. Time is precious, and it's slipping away for all of us. The longer you wait to make changes, the more you'll spend your life building someone else's dream instead of your own. 3. Avoiding life's trivialities. Seneca advises, if such people want to know how short their lives are, let them reflect how small a portion is their own. We all fall into the trap of spending too much time on trivial activities. Nowadays, we often find ourselves staring at screens, whether for work or social media, scrolling through endless updates and posting selfies. We frequently waste time on activities that offer no real value, such as mindlessly playing video games or obsessively checking social media. These activities consume our precious time, which could be better spent developing useful skills, exercising, or enriching ourselves with literature, art, or music. If someone came up to you all day asking for $20, you'd likely tell them to get lost. However, we freely give away our time to others throughout the day, whether in person, on the phone, through emails, or texts. We must prioritize living for ourselves and using our time wisely. Saying yes to everyone's requests can leave you with no time for yourself, ultimately living for others rather than for your own growth and happiness. Those who are truly content fill their time with activities that align with their personal goals and bring them joy and fulfillment. 4. Maximize your free time. Seneca reminds us, it is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it. Life is long enough, and a sufficiently generous amount has been given to us for the highest achievements if it were all well invested. We all work hard to earn two things: money and leisure time. However, while we work 8 to 9 hours a day to gain free time, we often waste that valuable time on trivial activities like drinking at the pub, watching TV shows, or gossiping. Instead, we need to declare no more wasting free time. Even if you enjoy your job, minimize the time spent working overtime, since those hours are gone forever. Many of us waste our precious 1-hour lunch breaks eating at our desks, but we should utilize this time more effectively. For example, use your lunch break to read, write, or exercise. If you work in a city, visit a museum or gallery, or start an office reading group that meets during lunch. On weekends or evenings when you have more free time, engage in activities that add value to your life, such as meditating, reading, exercising, or journaling. To beat mediocrity and truly start living, you need to make the most of your free time. 5. Practice Premeditatio Malorum. Seneca teaches us, while wasting our time hesitating and procrastinating, life goes on. Procrastination happens when the desire for immediate gratification, like relaxing and wasting time, overpowers our long-term goals, such as completing a sales report or editing a video. This phenomenon is known in psychology as time inconsistency. Despite valuing meaningful work over years more than idleness, our brains are wired to prioritize what's immediate. Seneca offers a practical method to combat this tendency: Premeditatio Malorum, or the premeditation of evils. The concept is simple. Before starting a task, consider what could go wrong. This form of negative visualization helps you identify potential distractions and problems in advance, allowing you to prepare and design around them. By acknowledging these distractions beforehand and setting a specific time, place, and starting point, you can overcome the temptation of short-term impulses. Scheduling your tasks ahead of time increases the likelihood of following through by 2 to 3 times. 6. Stop delaying. Seneca said, "Putting things off is the biggest waste of life. It snatches away each day as it comes and denies us the present by promising the future. The greatest obstacle to living is expectancy." The urge to procrastinate is strongest when we first begin a task. Even if you've eliminated all distractions and plan to start working at 8 a.m., your brain still seeks an excuse to do something easier. The challenge lies in making the initial effort less daunting. Expectancy plays a key role here. It's what drives us to delay beneficial tasks in favor of short-term impulses. The difficulty often stems from the lack of an immediate reward, as many rewards are far in the future. However, by creating immediate rewards for yourself, you can overcome this hurdle and find a good reason to start. 7. Don't postpone your joy. Seneca says, "He who bestows all of his time on his own needs, who plans out every day as if it were his last, neither longs for nor fears the morrow." We often fall into the trap of spending too much time preparing for life rather than living it. Seneca urges us to embrace the present moment and not postpone our happiness. He criticizes those who believe they can work tirelessly until they retire around age 60, thinking they will then be happy. The future is uncertain and beyond our control, and the life we are working towards may never materialize. We are so preoccupied with the future that we let the present slip away, allowing precious time to pass unnoticed and unappreciated. When we reach old age and look back, we often regret not making the most of the present. Seneca likens time to a rushing stream that won't always flow. Imagine being in a desert, dying of thirst, and finding a stream of water without knowing when it might stop flowing. Wouldn't you drink as much as you could? Similarly, we should use as much of our time as possible to make the most of the present. While planning for your 30s, 40s, 50s and beyond is important, don't let those plans steal away the precious present. You can only live one moment at a time, and each moment is unique and irreplaceable, so choose to live in the now. 8. Look back to move forward. Seneca reminds us, but life is very short and anxious for those who forget the past, neglect the present, and fear the future. Seneca divides time into 3 parts: the present, which is fleeting, the future, which is uncertain, and the past, which is unchangeable. Modern time management often emphasizes focusing on the present with an eye toward the future, but Seneca encourages us to also pay attention to our past. Reflecting on our past allows us to learn from our experiences and become more effective in the present. Taking the time to think about who you were, the lessons you've learned, and the changes you've undergone can be incredibly enlightening. This kind of introspection helps you understand how far you've come, recognize your growth, and define who you want to become. It also allows you to take ownership of your actions and build self-awareness. 9. Create lasting memories. Seneca wisely noted, "You have been preoccupied while life hastens on. Meanwhile, death will arrive, and you have no choice in making yourself available for that." Consider how a wealthy individual invests money to double their wealth by seeking maximum returns. Similarly, we should invest our time wisely, focusing on activities that create lasting memories and personal growth. Seneca reminds us that memories endure longer than grief and provide a richer return on our time than material pursuits. Many people spend their lives chasing luxuries and leisure, only to regret not truly living when they reach old age. Dr. Thomas Gilovich, a psychology professor at Cornell University, has found that experiences bring more lasting happiness than material possessions. Memories from life experiences, though fleeting, offer long-term joy and shape our identity. Instead of investing in things, we should invest in creating memories by taking on new challenges, spending time with loved ones, traveling, and seeking new opportunities. For example, buying the latest gadget won't change who you are, but hiking the entire Appalachian Trail will leave a lasting impact. Our true wealth lies in the accumulation of our experiences, the things we've seen, the actions we've taken, and the places we've been. 10. Study timeless wisdom. In our final piece of wisdom from Seneca, we learn, "Of all people, only those are at leisure who make time for philosophy. Only those are really alive. For they not only keep a good watch over their own lifetimes, but they annex every age to theirs. All the years that have passed before them are added to their own." Seneca emphasizes that dedicating time to philosophy is the most valuable use of our minds and spirits. Philosophy teaches us how to fully inhabit our lives and make the most of our brief existence. By studying philosophy, we can expand our lives sideways, living wide rather than just long. A philosopher, in essence, is a lover of wisdom, seeking truth, virtue, life and death. The pursuit of truth is a constant guiding force in an ever-changing world. Philosophy encourages us to understand the nature of existence and our role within it. A great way to start is by reading books that contain the distilled wisdom of great thinkers. These books serve as time capsules, offering insights and knowledge that can add depth and meaning to our lives. As we journey through life, time remains our most precious and finite resource. By learning from Seneca's wisdom, we can transform how we view and use our time, ensuring that every moment counts. Imagine a life where you treat time as the invaluable commodity it truly is, living authentically for yourself, free from the chains of trivial distractions. Picture yourself making the most of your free time, aligning your daily actions with your long-term goals, and finding joy in the present without endlessly preparing for a future that may never come. Consider the strength you gain by anticipating challenges and reflecting on past experiences, using them to create meaningful memories that enrich your existence. Envision a life where every moment is an opportunity to grow, learn, and become a better version of yourself. Finally, immerse yourself in the timeless wisdom of philosophy, letting it guide your steps and expand your horizons. As Seneca reminds us, living wide rather than long is the key to a fulfilling and rich life. So let's embrace these teachings and commit to a life of purpose, reflection, and continual growth. Make today the day you start managing your time wisely, creating a life that not only exists, but truly thrives. Remember, the power to change your life is in your hands. Start now and make every moment matter. Thank you for watching, and if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with others who might benefit from Seneca's timeless wisdom. Let's embark on this journey together and live our lives to the fullest. We've reached the end of our discussion, and I hope these insights have been helpful to you. Remember, you're an important part of this channel and community. If this video has helped you reflect, learn something new, or simply resonated with you, please give it a thumbs up so more people can benefit from Stoic wisdom. And if you haven't yet, check out our ebook on Stoicism and how to apply it in your life. Subscribe for a daily dose of Stoic wisdom and a more fulfilling life.